motivational issues and kind of just generally feeling pretty lethargic today. So I hadn't planned on making this video or making a video. And then I was watching a few other ASMR videos, as I do pretty regularly, and I was watching one discussing the process of making ASMR videos and making videos in general, I guess. And I was sad, and I felt the urge to create. The reason being is it's hard sometimes to remember this in the moment. I love this. I love doing what I do. I love making videos. I love giving to people, hopefully, that people, things that people will enjoy, things that people will relax to, or get something from, something that will invigorate them in their lives, like that video did for me. And so here I am. And so I guess the message of today's video is do the things you enjoy, even when it's hard. Because sometimes it will be hard. Sometimes it will be difficult. Sometimes you won't want to do the things you love or find you usually love. But that's a phase. It will go. And sometimes forcing yourself to start that thing that you typically love rekindles that love, shows you it again, reminds you of why you loved it in the first place. And if not that, take some time and then come back to it. But even try and do something small in that day that makes you feel like you're still connected to that thing you love. Because so many times you hear from so many people, not just in this community, but across the world, that they gave up on something they loved and they are less happy for it. Don't get me wrong, some things aren't easy. Sometimes it's hard to put yourself in front of a camera. Sometimes it's hard to go and socialise with people. Sometimes it's hard to get ready and go for that run. I know it. I've been really struggling with getting back out on my walks at the moment. I was doing them really well last year, and then it's just kind of completely stopped this year, and I need to get back on it. I keep telling myself, and I keep struggling with it, but I did enjoy them, and they did relax me, and they did kind of divide my day in a way that felt good. I need to get back to it, because it made me feel better about myself. I'm sure there's something in your life that you're putting off, or that you're avoiding, or that you feel you're not good enough in doing, that you're procrastinating on. I've done it. I've been there. My board game's behind me. I started to try and paint the minis, and because it wasn't going perfect the first try, I was frustrated. I wanted to give up. But I need to go back to it. I know I do. It's another thing on my list. I want to do it. I should make some time for it, really. I'm preaching to you guys. Maybe that's my goal. Maybe we could do a video like that together. Who knows? If you'd like that, let me know. But the primary focus of this video, do the things you love. Because you don't know where that might lead for you. Not just in the sense of, like, you don't need to make a hustle out of it. You don't need to make, like, a big thing of it. You don't need to tell people about it. You don't need to, do it all of the time. It doesn't need to be this big thing. But who knows how much happier that might make you feel. Who knows where you might benefit from it as regards your emotional status, your friendship status, your health. There's so many valuable parts to being in something you love, doing something you love. Not even the fact of purpose, mental health, feeling like you're achieving something, you're doing something. Again, it doesn't have to be a hustle, it doesn't have to be something extra, it doesn't have to be productivity in the usual sense, but to feel like you have something you're pursuing, have something you're improving upon. If you haven't drawn for a while, again, something I need to pick back up, do it. If you haven't written in a while, you want to, do it. If you haven't gone on that walk, do it. If you haven't photographed in a while, do it. There's so many things out there to enjoy, and we all get bogged down in the thing we probably dislike the most, day-to-day life. And don't get me wrong, day-to-day life is there, always will be. Some people get to escape it, not most people. And have to deal with that. We have to go about that. For example, another one, I was going to unbox my Elden Ring board game today. I didn't want to. I couldn't face it. So I made a plan. I said, right, I'll do it Tuesday. So I'm going to do it Tuesday. I have to stick to that. Because if I don't, I'm letting myself down. I need to do these things because they're good for me. You know, a lot of people say don't force a schedule on yourself. It's not about forcing a schedule on yourself. It's about saying these are things that I find worthwhile. I am going to make the time to do them. I am going to do them. I think we should say that together. I am going to do this thing. I am going to do this thing. This thing. This thing. This thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this thing. I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe in us. I think we can be better at this. I think we can do better at this. And I feel invigorated by saying it. I feel invigorated by being here, giving this message out to you. So hopefully, you guys feel the same. Hopefully you take something from this. Hopefully you feel empowered to go on and do whatever you want to do. If you don't, find some way to do that yourself. Find some way to empower that for yourself. Watch someone else's videos. Take some time and watch someone else enjoy what they do. I think that's so important too. When you find enjoyment with others or find enjoyment in something else that someone else likes, you can find your own enjoyment again. You know, yesterday I was spending some time with friends, and something that I typically had found to dislike more and more of late became one of the most fun, invigorating, enjoyable experiences I've had in ages doing that thing roleplay. By the way, D&D-esque roleplay type stuff. And it felt so good, it felt so fun, I was laughing my ass off. Language, sorry. But I was laughing my ass off. It was so good, it was so fun, it was so liberating to find a piece of what I used to love about this thing and kind of being able to take that and just run with it now and kind of get back into that. And you know, sometimes you struggle with these things and sometimes you find that they're hard to love. But it's not actually that they're hard to love, it's that other things are getting in the way of loving it how you want to. You know? And I think sometimes it's a matter of working on it and changing your perspective, and I think that's the case of everything we discuss here, right? But you know, I feel so much better for sitting here talking to you guys. I always do. I always feel like in preaching, and I know preaching is a sort of negative word, but in discussing these issues, in preaching about what I think is correct, what I fundamentally believe, it reinforces me to do it. I don't know why I got so it reinforces me to do it. It does though. And hopefully, if you can watch this video and hear what I'm saying, do it. Do it. Do the thing. Might help you. Might make you feel better. Might make you feel like you can do the thing. And if not today, tomorrow. Pick a plan. Pick a day. Do it. If not that day, the day after. I'm not saying you have to do everything right now, but I think you need to make time for the things you love. If you're not currently, then do. Because there's no makeups. There's no extra time you're giving at the end for good behaviour or for working extra hard. You know, you don't get it. It's not there. You know, we have a finite amount of time. Do the things we love. Do the things you love. I'll do the things I love. And I'll report back, I promise. Maybe we will do that painting episode. That might be a fun thing to do. In the meantime, guys, please consider taking that advice on board. Please consider thinking about what you love and rediscovering it or the path back to it. And we'll reconvene soon to discuss more. As always, we discuss a lot of different things here, but I think it's important to be real, to be honest, to be fair, to be truthful, and this is how I feel, and I feel good. And it's funny because last week we were talking about feeling the opposite, right? lack of effort, lack of desire, lack of. And this week, we feel great. That's what's so up and down about life. But we need to try and find that medium, that meridian, that, down the middle, a point where we feel comfortable being able to do the things we need to do or want to do, despite our mood. It's hard, but I think it's doable. We're in it together. That's fundamentally the point of these videos. I'm here with you, and you're here with me. I get to vent, and you get to feel like someone understands you. And hopefully you feel that way. If you do, let me know. If you don't, maybe we can discuss that too. Thank you guys, as always, for listening/watching. I hope you have a great relax, a great rest of your day, great, everything else. And I shall see you soon for more. Bye, guys.